Hi, Dave Ulloa here, entrepreneur and founder of Living the Dream Inc. And for those of you that don't know me, I was a former police officer with the L.A.P.D. and like a lot of Americans, I was struggling financially, struggling in different areas of my life, and I was looking for a better way of life, a better way of living. My parents were both blue-collar workers. My dad was a deli man, and my mom cleaned houses and babysat. And so the only way I knew how to make money was by working for somebody else. And after finding myself living paycheck to paycheck, I got to a place in my life where I was so disturbed. My wife and I were looking for a better way of life. And here we are living in America, the land of the free, and we weren't living a free life. Every day we'd go to work for somebody else, and the bill collectors were calling and we were racking up the bills. And so we decided to go on our path of personal development, of personal growth and entrepreneurship. And within less than 2 years, we transformed our life completely. From became financially free, to our relationship, more passion than we've ever had, and our health has skyrocketed, and now it's our mission to give back. And therefore, we do these short little videos in hopes to give you some value and maybe some insights or outsights on how you can learn from our experience and apply it to your life. So these training videos are going to be informative and also kind of fun and entertaining, and as well as at the end of every video we're going to give you one action item, so that if you just apply that one action item, it'll progress your life. You know, so many people talk about they want change in life, and people don't really want change, because change could go either way. Change could go for the worse, or change could go for the better, but what people are really looking for is progress. And so I encourage you, at the end of every video, take some notes while you're watching this video, and at the end, the action item that we provide for you, take action on that. And it's simple to do, but it's also simple not to do. And so today's training is all about the two things that I truly believe is what keeps people from living their full potential, keeps people from achieving financial freedom, it keeps people from going after their dreams, and it's the 2 Ds. And the first one is distractions. Distractions come in so many different forms, and when we decide that we want to do something with our life, or we go after a goal or a dream, the fastest way to not get there is to get distracted. And so how do we get distracted? Well, think about it. How do you get distracted? Do you get distracted by watching television too often? Do you get distracted by listening to the radio or reading gossip magazines? Do you get distracted by your phone and doing social media and all the texts that come in? How do you get distracted? There's so many distractions out there in the world. Traffic, our friends, our family, negative conversations. What kind of ways do we get distractions? And there's two types of distractions. The outer distractions, which are the ones we just talked about. And you know, how many times is it easier to get on social media and Facebook and to have fun and see what everybody else is doing and vicariously live through their life than it is to go after our dreams? And so it's easy to get distracted with the outer distractions that are happening. And it's happening today, especially with information moving so fast. It's so easy for us to get distracted. But then we also have inner distractions, don't we? And those inner distractions are those distractions of limiting beliefs. Those distractions of prioritizing things that what I call are majoring in the minors. That you're putting a lot of your focus and your attention and your thoughts to things that don't serve, to talking about other people. You know, I've heard it said that unsuccessful people talk about other people, and successful people are talking about dreams and goals and desires. And so the inner distractions come from limiting beliefs, maybe thinking that we can't do something, so we distract ourselves by thinking negative thoughts. Distractions can come from doubts that we have as to why we don't do what we're doing or what we want to do, and so we start to doubt ourselves. And so those negative thoughts, those doubts, those limiting beliefs, distractions from the inside also come as excuses. Well, I can't do that business because I don't have the money. Well, that's a distraction. You distract yourself and immediately go to either feeling sorry for yourself or being a victim, and then you never take action. Distractions can be, well, I don't have the time, I'm so busy. How many of us have been distracted by that one, hypnotize ourselves? And the reality is we all have 7 days a week and 24 hours a day. How can somebody like Richard Branson build a billion-dollar business with the same amount of time that you and I have? Distractions come in a form of excuses, limiting beliefs, self-doubt. So the inner distractions are even greater than the outer distractions, but we got to be aware of both, because the inner distractions cause the outer distractions, and it becomes easier for us to distract ourselves even more, and then we get into that vicious spiral, and we never do the things that are important to us or that are getting us closer to our goals and our dreams. And then the second D that keeps us from our goals and our dreams and achieving financial freedom is disappointment. I mean, think about it. Have you ever came up with an idea or a concept or started a business or decided to go after some goal or dream, and you shared it with somebody that you love, somebody that you care about? And maybe it's that negative brother-in-law or that negative friend that is always telling you things that won't work, and you share this goal or dream and they laughed at you. Or they told you that, who do you think you are for thinking that you could do that? Or those things don't work, or you'll never have success. And so all of a sudden, because we shared this with a friend or family or somebody that we trusted, and they told us and we got a negative response, that we get disappointed and we get our feelings hurt. And when we get our feelings hurt, do we take action in taking steps to our goal, or do we distract ourselves? And so the disappointment causes even more distractions. And so how many times have you been just disappointed because of a friend or a family member, or just somebody that you shared something that you're so passionate about that you want to do, and they gave you negative feedback? And maybe they were even violently opposing what it is that you're doing. And my friends, I will share this with you, is if you buy people's opinions, you got to buy their lifestyle. And everybody has got an opinion. Everybody, especially those that don't have much in their life, don't have much results or money or success or happiness, they're the first ones to give you their opinion. And it's not because they don't love you, it's because in the back of their mind, subconsciously, they don't want to lose you. Because if you go after your goals and your dreams, it causes them to look in the mirror and ask themselves this question. Well, they're going to grow, they're going to, man, what if this actually does work? And now they're looking in the mirror and they're reflecting on their life, and they got to make a decision. They got to go one of two ways. One way is they got to step up, take some better actions, maybe ask some better questions, start a new business, learn a new skill, go after their goals and dreams, which takes a lot of courage. Or the other option is for them to tear your dreams down. Which do you think is the easier road to go? And that's where most people go, and a lot of times they don't even know they're going down that road. So if I were a doctor and I were to give you a prescription, so if the two things that are causing your ailments in not becoming financially free are disappointment and distractions, what is the medicine? What is the solution? What is the antidote to distractions and disappointment? Well, number one, distractions, the antidote for distractions is desire. See, if you have a strong enough desire, even if you get distracted for a moment, you'll remind yourself as to why you want to do what you decided to do. If your desire is strong enough, one of the greatest books when it comes to personal success is Think and Grow Rich. And Napoleon Hill said one of the number one things that successful people had in common is they had a white hot burning desire to go after their dreams. Do you have a white hot burning desire for what it is that you want? Because if you don't, distractions are going to throw you off course every single day. But if you do, and you stack enough reasons as to why you want to achieve that goal, maybe it's financial freedom, then even if you get distracted for the moment, you remind yourself of where you want to go and you get right back on track. The antidote for disappointment is discipline. If you were to have discipline on, first of all, writing down your goals and your desires on what you want, because that does take discipline. If you just said, okay, that's something I want to do, but you don't actually take the time to actually do it and have the discipline to write down your goals and dreams and where you want to go, then you're never going to have the desire that it takes to have true success. But if you have the discipline to, number one, follow through on just doing that simple task, and then number two, focus on and decide, okay, what are the most important things that I need to do as far as activity in order to achieve more success, and you had the discipline that every day you followed through, and maybe it was just to do something for 5 minutes. It doesn't have to take 8 hours. Maybe it's just 5 minutes you had the discipline to do something on a daily basis Compound that over a week, compound that over a month. Now all of a sudden, instead of getting distracted and instead of getting off course and getting disappointed because you got your feelings hurt, if you had the desire and you had the discipline to follow through and you did something every single day, your life will be completely different over the next 12 months. And imagine where life could be in the next 2 years. Just know if the last 2 years of your life you don't like where it is or where it ended up, then the next 2 years of your life can be different, but it's got to be up to you. If you want things to change in life, then you have to change. And so here is an action item that I encourage you to do. And do it today, just for 5 minutes. Pick a goal or a dream or something that you want to achieve in life. And maybe there is a question that you have behind that. Like, how can I make more money? But something more specific. If you started a business and maybe in that business you want to increase that revenue $5,000 a month more, how can I increase my business's revenue by $5,000 a month? And there's a question. Or maybe you have a challenge and a roadblock that you've hit. And there's a specific thing that you know that if you got the answer to this question, you can move forward in your life. It doesn't have to be something huge. It could be something simple. But find yourself in a quiet place. Eliminate all distractions, cell phone, computers. Put yourself in a quiet place with 0 distractions. And what I want you to do just for 5 minutes, we call it the Focus 5. And we do this on a daily basis where we pick a goal, we pick a question, we pick a problem to find a solution, and we ask ourselves this question and we focus on that question. All I want you to do for 5 minutes, you can time yourself, just for 5 minutes, ask yourself that question and close your eyes and allow your mind to focus on that question for 5 minutes. First of all, you'd be amazed on how hard it is to focus on something for 5 minutes. You're going to find yourself getting distracted by your thoughts are going to maybe thinking what I got to do later today, what happened yesterday, do I have to clean my office, do I have to go get the laundry? You're going to find yourself getting distracted. Now, you don't want to try and deny those thoughts coming in. Allow those thoughts just to be there and appreciate the thoughts and just let them go and go right back to focusing on your question. And as you're focusing on your question just for 5 minutes, focus on that question and allow the thoughts and the ideas and the strategies and the answers to come through you. And after 5 minutes, there might be all kinds of different ideas and thoughts, or maybe just a few of them. It doesn't matter. But stay focused on that question, stay focused on that goal. And then after 5 minutes, have a journal and a pen with you and write down every single thing that came to you. All of the ideas, all of the strategies, all of the answers, even if they don't make sense, just write them down. Now imagine if you did that for 5 minutes. Maybe if you just did that 3 days a week, 5 days a week. What if you did that every day, 5 minutes on your goals and dreams? Allow yourself that time. That is the action item that we encourage you to take from today's training is just do the Focus 5 just one time today and allow your brain to run free to help you to achieve your goals and dreams, because all of the resources are not with Yvette and I. They're not with the gurus out there. All of the resources that you need and that you have are within you. You just need to know how to tap into them. So, Dave Ulloa, entrepreneur, our tagline is to live, thrive, and give. Live in the moment. Tomorrow is not promised. Live your life today. Be present. Love those you love. Let them know that you love them. Live life to the fullest, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. But don't just live. It's time to thrive. In today's economic times, so many people are going to be changing the world. And so it's time to thrive, to become a world changer and live the life that you know you're designed to live. And then once you get to that place, then it's time to give. It's time to make a difference. It's time to change the world by impacting other people. So thank you for taking a look at this video, my friends. Check out all the other videos that are out there. And what I encourage you to do is, we'd love your feedback. Put some comments on the comments there on YouTube and share with us what are some things that you got from this video. And also, we'd like to know, what would you like to learn on? What would you like to learn? You'd like to learn some specific mindset things, some business strategies. We'd like to hear from you so that we can provide value to you in the most effective way. So Dave Ulloa here. Remember to live, thrive, and give.